Hello everyone. Today's topic of my video is internal security of India. Now, before I start internal security in detail, let me first give you a basic concept of what is the meaning of internal security. Now, Government of India officially thinks that the internal security is to prevent India from any kind of anti-national elements. Over and above preventing its own people, it believes that maintaining unity, integrity, and sovereignty of the country is more important. This definition also includes protection of economic, diplomatic, and geopolitical interests of the country. Geopolitical in the sense we have to emerge in the region along with our neighbors. If our neighbors are not in synchronization with us, it will lead to a problematic situation in peaceful growth of our country. One more aspect of this is maintaining the sanctity of the territory and international waters. Now, having clubbed that, we have to maintain our unity, sovereignty, integrity, prevent our land, waters, and also ensure that there is no perceivable threat in international waters also. According to the reports, yesterday also in the newspaper it was there, that there has been a nuclear submarine of China in Sri Lankan waters, which is very close to the boundary of India. Now, India has raised a very genuine concern with Sri Lankan authorities with this regard. Now, in coming days, we will see how this is dealt with. Now, moving on to the core part of this concept. What is the major threat to internal security of India? Now, I and the government of India, I have seen and learned from them, have divided it into major 6 parts. First part is terrorism, second is militancy, third is insurgency, fourth is religious fundamentalism, fifth is Naxalism, and sixth is organized crime. Now, all these things look very similar. I mean, leave apart religious fundamentalism and organized crime, but people say that, in colloquial language, that terrorism, militancy, insurgency, Naxalism are all same. They confuse these concepts and say, okay, Naxal insurgency is what? They are terrorists only. Al-Qaeda is also terrorist, it is a militancy. What is there in Jammu Kashmir? Insurgency, terrorism, or militia? What is there in Jammu and Kashmir? We will look into details and how to distinguish in this regard, because there is a different approach by security agencies to deal with different kinds of problems. Because if you don't distinguish between different kinds of problem and deal with them in same way, the problem will not be solved ever. So, starting from terrorism, I'll first give you a short definitions of everything which will distinguish each one of them. Now, terrorism is a violent act by a people, group, or an organization to cause fear in the minds of people. They, by experts on strategic internal security, say that these people do not have any ideological component. They have no ideology. Terrorism has got no ideology. Now, what is an ideology? Let me tell you it point by point. Ideology is the clarity of the ultimate goal and the principles and methods that you have to follow to achieve that ultimate goal. Now, this component of ideology is completely lacking in terrorism. They are more focused on immediate, on short-term gains, according to them. Gains, the word according to them. They're focused on short-term events, not long-term achievements. While militancy, the militancy word itself has come out of the word militia. What does militia means? Militia in Oxford Dictionary says that it is a pattern of army, on the patterns of army. These people, these militancy groups have an organized army which challenges the state army and its security forces. They are said to have an ideology, they are said to have a long-term goal, and they know the way to achieve that goal. The way to achieve that goal is a direct military and violent challenge to the state. So when they are attacking the state, the ideology component in the ideology of militancy says clearly that civilian casualties are not intentional. Civilian casualties are a result of collateral damage. This is their ideology. No targeting to civilians, unlike terrorism who target both civilians and army, because they have no ideological component of how to achieve their goal. Now third, I come to insurgency. Insurgency's basic meaning in English, it says to rise up is the meaning of insurgency. Now the idea behind this is to rise up, the rise of local people. Mark the words local people. The idea is to rise up against the state through an organized behavior of violence is insurgency. Now this kind of insurgency, we say, has an ideology of violence and non-belief in the constitution of the country. Now one thing that I didn't tell you there, because I wanted to compare, make you see this. Terrorism is a global phenomenon. All of India, when we consider only India's internal security, all of India is under the threat of terrorism. While when we see to militancy, militancy is there only in Jammu Kashmir. So you ask me, what is there in Northeast? In Northeast we have insurgency. For example, we have Naga insurgency. In Assam also we have Ulfa. These are insurgent groups. These are not militancies or terrorist groups. These are insurgent groups. Now, relating concept which I told earlier is regarding Naxalism. Or it is also called as left-wing extremism. Of late in media, they also refer to Naxalism as left-wing insurgency or left-wing extremism, because they are now taking a part of insurgency. Now Naxalism, let me tell you just in a line how it started. It started from the village of Naxalbari. It was a revolt of oppressed peasants against the oppressive landlords. Now one day they attacked and killed the oppressive landlords, and this was the turning point in India's internal security, which now poses a threat, very serious threat. And believe me when I am saying that Naxalism is the biggest threat to India's internal security above terrorism, militancy and insurgency. I am quoting the expert opinion on this. Now Naxalism, when I say, I told what is Naxalism and how it is a violent rebel of local people, mainly peasants, against the state and rich landlords. Initially it was directed to rich landlords, but now it has been turned towards government, because they have a deep sense of feeling that government has not done enough for them. Even after almost 70 years of independence, so government has not been able to provide them with the even basic amenities, and hence they don't believe in our government and want to change it for the good of the people. This is Naxalism. Now Naxalism, when we say the region and influence of Naxalism, we refer it by a word called Red Corridor. Now Red Corridor, it stretches from, if I talk about Red Corridor belt, it stretches from Andhra Pradesh Andhra Pradesh in the south to Nepal border in the north. Now there are major 7 states which are facing the very serious threat of Naxalism. These includes Andhra Pradesh, Chhattisgarh, Jharkhand, West Bengal, Odisha, Bihar, and Maharashtra. Apart from these 7 states, there are 2 states which are having pretty much of a Naxal increase, which is UP and Madhya Pradesh. Now, this was a comparison of all these 4 things, and I think that by this I have given you fair enough clarity of what is the difference between these 4 things, because these 4 things are very close. I dealt with them, and the 2 remaining concept of religious fundamentalism and organized crime, I hope you are having no problem with. I compared these 4 things because I had heard people, and many people had messaged me that these 4 concepts are really confusing, so can you please make a short video on it? And as a result, I did this. In case you have concept confusion, not only in internal security but anything regarding anything, science and technology, geography, anything, like absolutely anything, engineering, whatever, you can just comment in the video below, and please subscribe and share this. If you want, please comment. I will make new videos regarding whatever you want. Thank you. Have a nice day. Yeah, my name, subscribe to my channel. The name of the channel is Parth Tyagi, IIT Delhi. Thank you.